Welcome to God with George Ortega. This is episode number 126. I'm recording it on Sunday, April 18th, 2021 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And so God, I got to thank you. You just had me get together with one of perhaps my best friends. We hadn't seen each other for a while. It's great. It seems like we're restarting our friendship, and there's others of us who I think we want to get in touch with that we knew from before. But so yeah, thank you for that. Hold on for a second. So what else? There's so much to thank you for, God. Now, the bass playing, and thank you for this idea. Basically, let me tell the audience about it. Although this isn't, I don't know. Basically, no, I'm going to talk. I think it's good practice. I talk to people. When I talk to people a lot, I guess. So I don't talk to God as often, audience. So I'm going to try to just keep focused on this, addressing God directly. It's not, you don't take offense. It's not that I don't want to talk with you. It's just that I think that you might benefit, and I might benefit from my staying with this focus. So, all right. So God, yes, thank you for having me play bass so much recently, for having me get better. I'm finally at a stage, God, where I'm kind of I'm feeling like the instrument is a part of me, like what I kind of want it to do in a certain sense is what, well, I'm playing the way, I basically, gaining much greater familiarity with the fretboard, muscle memory and all that. So that is so cool. But God, I think when I thank you, also for is, you just gave me this idea yesterday that, yes, I still want to become a studio musician, or even join a band. That might be very awesome. But before that, you gave me the idea of, trying to get gigs here in White Plains, or, just, ideally it'd be in White Plains, but where I'm playing these small places, and basically I'm playing to Beatles. I'm playing to Beatles songs, just jamming along with my bass guitar. I think it'd be great, because the music is so good. So I just have to, this is like the idea, God, you just gave it to me. So I have to see what kind of, amp, whether the amps that I have now, I've got basically I got practice amps. I don't know if they'll be, loud enough. But then again, I don't intend to be very loud, wherever I play. It's going to be small venues. So, though I may need to get a better practice amp. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for that. It's too soon to really work out the details. But I really appreciate that and idea. And my friend that I just hung out with, Andy, just he co-hosted some of my shows. He graduated as an actor from NYU, and he can sing. So what we may do is Beatles in the background, the music track. I'm playing bass to that, and Andy's playing, Andy's doing the singing. Although, actually, if we go that route, I'm going to have to find some tracks, some Beatle tracks that are Beatle, sound-alike groups, I guess, that don't have the vocals or something. But I don't know. But, then that's even further, along. But anyway, I really appreciate that. So let's see what else. It's a beautiful day out. We hung out at the Westchester for a while. Took a walk. It was nice. Yeah, a lot of good things are happening. I was telling Andy that I think the world is just getting, a lot better pretty quickly. It's I've talked about this before, God. I mean, like, after the Depression, you made things better for a lot of people. And I think we're moving into an era like this where you know, um, the other side, the Republicans, overreached egregiously, and so we move into another progressive era, like FDR's New Deal. So thank you for that, God. Seems kind of like inevitable at this point. I mean, like, and then naturally we have to protect our democracy. We can't allow a second Trump to happen. That's just too dangerous. Trump could have succeeded with perhaps not insurrection, which was like so stupid, but with other means of taking over the country or trying. And we've got a lot to do. We can't afford that kind of disturbance to our work. So, to God, thank you for that also. All right, so what else? Um, yeah, I'm getting, I think after this, God, what I'm going to do is like, you had me buy this, this real bass speaker, because like I was using a guitar speaker before, electric guitar amp rather. So you had me buy a bass amp, bottom of the line, just practice amp. But it sounds a lot better, I think, than so what I want to do is I want to switch them. So hopefully we can do this after. And God, I want to start painting. It's like it's getting to the point, and I'm not gonna like rush it. When you want me to start, you'll have me start. But it feels like it's getting close, and I appreciate that. Okay, a lot of stuff. Yeah, no, I'm feeling good. Basically, my life, I think in a certain sense hasn't been as organized in a long time. I have like two major goals. I mean, my goals in the past have been to help the world, and I have helped the world in various ways, various projects. But this is about, basically doing my personal work, not so much social work, and the first thing is the bass playing, because I have a feeling, it seems to be that I really am a musician, took me like 50 years to discover that, but, or back, the other way I phrase it is like, well, I couldn't fiddle while Rome is burning, in other words, like I couldn't, to me, the playing bass is kind of like a luxury or frivolity, but now, like now post-COVID, Rome was already burnt. We're rebuilding it, and God has given me permission to continue working to, in this new world. I think we're building, but also do my own stuff. To not like it felt like I was martyring myself, And God, God, I'm talking to the audience. I mean, I know you know this, but anyway, so God, yes, the bass playing, my life being organized around the bass playing, getting better and better, that feels great. And I can't describe. And I'm just like, I'm maybe about 80% of where I can be, should be. And this other 20% shouldn't take more than 6 months at the rate that I've been practicing. So I appreciate that. But the other thing you have me getting much more organized with is financing the film. And this is new in my life. I mean, like, I've pursued projects, but they again have been like, social work projects, just on behalf of other people, on behalf of animals, the planet and stuff. So this is also actually on behalf, and this is like to try to help people understand the nature of reality better. But the difference is that, the work that I did in the past, I didn't ask for remuneration or, whereas this, yeah, I want this film to be made, and I want to make 1.5 million from it because I think it's the right thing to do. And like that would just be the beginning, guide. Like this film gets made, then I definitely want to make a happiness film, and then I've got a few other ideas about films, a couple of fiction films that I'm not going to mention here, but anyway, so like, yes, this is kind of like a new phase of my life where I'm, finally devoting some time to my personal life and personal development, and it feels great. So let's see. God, the weight loss is going relatively well. I'm down to like one. I mean, I you know, my normal weight is 153, and I was actually thinking of dropping below that. Yeah, well, let's talk about this guy because, like, right, so you had me go up to like one from 153 to 168 at one point. I mean, it just got really, so like I'm down to 157, sometimes 155, and I want to get to 153. And then, what I want to do, God, is like, I got to do a little research because like I was noticing that like at 155 or so, I still had a substantial pot belly, and I don't drink beer or anything. I don't know where, how that happens, but I'm going to do a little research because that might be my natural physiology, that like however slender I become slim, I'm going to have a pot belly, which may, I think I actually remember reading. There's a book called The Power of the Belly that I probably still have in my library that that is about, not holding one's stomach in and tight and all, just like allowing that region to relax. Martial artists, I think, understand this. So yeah, so I want to, because I'm if the pot belly is because I'm carrying more weight than I should be, then I want to lose it. I mean, if I go down from 153 to let's say 145, which is I think the thinnest that I've ever been as an adult. In high school I weighed 175. My senior year, I mean, I was like, I was pretty athletic, a lot more muscle than I have now probably. But I wasn't overweight then, but like it's just like, I was just bigger. But because yeah, all right, God, it feels like I'm talking to the audience. I got to talk to you again. So we got 15 more minutes. So what do you want to do? God, what do you want to do after this? All right, let's switch those because basically I got to switch those amps. I got to like, bring the bass amp out to where my futon is, where I do a lot of the practicing, just lying back or sitting back actually, and then I'll put that regular guitar amp back there, which is good because like I wanna God, I want to like start practicing my lead guitar too. I thought that it would be something that I'm really a bassist and I'm not a lead guitarist, but I have a feeling that if I do a little more work on it, I can also just get as good on that as I need to. So anyway, all right, so we'll do that. And I don't want to plan out the rest of the day. It's 5 o'clock, it's still early. You know what I need to do, God, and I wouldn't mind doing this if it'd be all right with you. Like, so like, just hang out here for a while and then head back into town, and do some food shopping. I need some bananas, I need some oranges, I need some apples. That's pretty much all I need, I think. And then I got to think about dinner, So, all right, that's the plan. God, thank you. Like you had me buy these Sony headphones, and the first two I had to return because they wouldn't charge. The third one they sent me finally charged. It's charging, and I think it's finally charged. So I'm looking forward to. I haven't played that. I guess yeah. After I set up the new bass, and I'm going to be listening to it either straight through there or through the headset. And so like I want to like test that out. Hopefully it's 40 millimeter speakers, and so I really hope that there's a major difference between those speakers and the Sony headphones that I had before. They're kind of like made for television watching, maybe 20 millimeter speakers, whatever. So yeah, that sounds good. All right, guys, let's do this. So what else do you want to do? I could do a load of laundry because again, I wouldn't mind actually. I'd rather go out to do the food shopping later because like, I'm expecting calls from my brother and it's like I want to hang out. I don't want to be in town when I'm talking. But so yeah, so what I will do is I'll postpone the fruit shopping for until later, and I guess play some bass, whatever. Oh no, I should probably do a load of laundry. Yeah, because it's, the hamper's full. Um, and I should be, I should start preparing. I'm not hungry. All I've had today is just like a small bowl of spaghetti and some tahini sauce, and I just had a couple of servings of, a serving of cashews and peanuts, which was good, a lot of my protein. But I'm really not that hungry, and so but I might want to just make a salad, with chickpeas or something for protein, whatever. But okay, so but I just want to kind of like have the rest of this day just go very relaxed, and oh, so this reminds me, God, so one of the things that you have me working on is talking in a more calm, relaxed way. And I'm making progress. I mean, I can envision faster progress. I mean, imagine like one day, like imagine if like, imagine audience, I'm going to address you directly now. Imagine if we had a free will, which, it's because of things like this we don't know, but like we had the free will, we could basically, well, I'm going to will myself to just be every moment of this presentation of all these episodes. I'm going to be serenely calm. I mean, it's going to be difficult to distinguish between me and a Buddha. I mean, we could, if we had a free will, we could will something like that. We say, all right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be so calm, and but notwithstanding, God, thank you for appreciating. I mean, here's where it gets surreal. You actually put the thought into my mind that's what I want to do. But thank you for that. I mean, that's a good thing. That I think I'm getting better at talking in a more relaxed manner, and I want to continue working on it. Okay, what else? So yeah, I want to buy a few things. Yeah, I need some more, another pair of comfortable shoes. I've got one that I really like, but there's only one pair of shoes that I really like for walking, through town and stuff, or social events. I should have another pair. So yeah, maybe I can go to Burlington Coat Factory later. That might be cool. All right, what else? 10 more minutes. God, thank you for having these episodes go much more enjoyably. Again, the pressure that I used to feel like, I gotta like, present information, all this stuff. I guess when I'm talking with you guys, it's like I don't feel like I have to like teach you stuff or try to teach you stuff. So maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's just like my bringing it up to you several times during episodes has contributed, but I do feel that I'm getting better at being more relaxed. Not sure that's what. All right, 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. And not just to be more relaxed, it's just enjoying these episodes, enjoying doing them without the pressure. Like, what am I going to say? Okay. So yeah, and God, here's what I'd like to, and just before that, God, thank you. I was just looking through my small account of the bass, performances that I've done to different songs, a lot of Beatles songs recently over the last 4 months. And I had no idea I made as many. And then like, I'm noticing even 4 months ago, what I was playing was really good. And just like, I'm still at that stage where like, as then I have to smooth it out. The timing has to be better. I simply just have to know the fretboard better. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised that 4 months ago I was playing as well as I was, and now it seems like I'm going into a different level. Just like again, it's becoming more natural, so I appreciate that. So in line with that, God, I haven't been doing all that many small, bass guitar, and I want to I want to do a vocal track and then a bass track, and then ideally an electric guitar track. So that's what I want to work on, God. For whatever reason, various reasons, you haven't had me working on that much, but I'd appreciate it because I enjoy it. And that's the only time that I really record myself and then listen to the recording, which is interesting. And actually, God, you might want to help me with that also. Like, how about another idea, a better idea, I think, because like the visuals, like, they're not necessary. It's not necessary for me to video record myself, and I would rather have these things as MP3s. I don't know how I want to figure out a way so I'm practicing and recording a lot more. Now I'm going to stick. I was going to say just like recording something else. I'm going to stick with the smooth because it's just so it's seamless. It's the music's there. There's no connections, whatever. To an MP3 player, or whatever, or a recorder. So yeah, no, I think I want to stay with that. But again, like I would appreciate it, God, if you would have me do it a lot more. Just like five songs a day if possible. That'd be nice. Okay. So this has been a good weekend. I really, I think it's been excellent. I'm looking forward to the week. Is anything major coming up? I don't know. I'm just like, I'm so, I may go into Manhattan again. I'm so relieved, this is like on Friday, it'll be 2 weeks after I got my second dose. God, I'm talking to, I guess, and you already know that, but yeah, I want to, I guess I wouldn't mind. I want to go to the Jewish Museum sometime, God. I was at the Met last week, so that would be a cool thing. That would be so cool. That would be so cool because I could take a lot of photos. I think because again, because of our adherence to the second commandment, we don't have an early tradition of Jewish art, but there's Jewish decorative arts that don't break that commandment. So I just want to see because as I mentioned, God, last episode, you blew me away. You always blow me away with the Egyptian exhibit at the Met, but especially last week when I saw it, and I just had the thought came to me. I wonder what the Jewish people back then would have done, had it not been for the second commandment. And so like I'm wondering what they did notwithstanding, and if it's on a par with the Egyptian art, because like to me, God, like again, there's Egyptian art and then there's everything else. Like Picasso, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, they're awesome, but I don't think they're in a league with Egyptian art, as a whole, and I've talked about this before, it's just like the Egyptians had this understanding. They were very, very religious people, and they had an understanding of like sincerity and contentment, that reflects, that it's expressed through their statues of people, and to a lesser degree their paintings. But yeah, that's so let's plan that out, God. Let's I guess we could talk about. They got about under 4 minutes. So when do you want to do this? First, you better look online, and also sometimes they charge a lot, so I'll see with the situation. And with the Met, let's pay what you want. So I give them $1, because my budget, that's pretty much a reasonable donation. But yes, but I'd like to go to it. And if not, I've never actually been to the Guggenheim. I've, ridden past it in a bus and walked past it a few times, but, I've ridden by it a lot. I used to take the bus into Manhattan, but I've never gone in it. So It's a cool museum. If anybody, like, now I'm talking to the audience again, like, basically, I guess you take an elevator to the very top, and it's just like a spiral that you come down, just looking at the paintings, which is cool because then there's like a flow of traffic. You're not walking into people, because I doubt people are walking up. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, actually, yes, and I have a feeling with the Guggenheim, there is a day where it's free. Maybe also with the Jewish Museum. So I want to look into that. 'Cause, I mean, like, yes, you know, being cloistered, for about a year or whatever, um, I am ready to spread my wings. I'm ready to just like venture out, and I love going to the city. I mean, like, it's such an easy thing, just to walk to the station, a train to Grand Central, a subway to wherever. You know, very cool. So appreciate that. And, like, I guess after I do this episode, I just want to take a quick look at, both the Guggenheim and the Jewish Museum to see what their hours are, what their fees are and stuff. So that'll be good. All right, God, we're under 2 minutes. Thanks for helping me out with this. Thanks for having me say whatever I say with this and all that. It's still beyond surreal. You have to wonder how that's going to like play out in terms of people, finally getting to know what your true nature is, that you are all powerful, that you're the only being, and we're just like expressing or manifesting you in various ways. And what that does to our communication with you, to our sense of like, well, what am I doing? I'm talking with God, yet God is telling me everything. It's totally surreal, but it's very cool. So we'll continue with that, I guess. All right, I got a minute and 12 seconds. What else? So with my Fender bass, God, it's hard to play, and I have a feeling it may be because the bass strings are thicker on it than on my other basses, and so, but I prefer to get good at that one, because like if I ever do studio work that kind of like Fender basses, rather than like I get these other basses I really like a lot. They're entry level. They're not as good, but they play much more easily. So let's figure that out. All right, so audience, catch this every Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. on White Plains Community Media, channel 76 if you get Optimum, 45 if you get Verizon, and the episodes are also on Facebook and YouTube. So thanks for watching. And again, I didn't time this right. I got like 15 seconds left. So God willing, I will create another episode and upload it tomorrow for Tuesday. Hope you're having a good week, and God willing, I will see you soon. Thanks.